Hi, I'm Dan Summers. I'm Director of Emergency Management here for Collier County, and it's a real pleasure to be with you today. I can't believe that June 1st is just around the corner and our beginning of yet another hurricane season. As I have said so many times, when we go through these disaster events, we look at this as addressing the whole community, and that means that we're working hard to make sure that every void, every need, every concern is addressed to the best of our ability within our community. None of this can be done without the help of county employees. We all know that you have a very busy schedule, you have a very hectic workload, and if Mother Nature brings us another hurricane this year, we really have to kind of double down our efforts. And so let me thank you for all of that work that you do every day, and thank you for what may be ahead of us with the upcoming season. I'm not going to jump into forecasting. We're going to see all types of discussions related to La Nina and El Nino and where we're going to be, but as we all know, it only takes one of these storms to impact our community, to impact our day-to-day operations, and even change the lives of people for many years to come. Being an essential employee, we need a couple of things from you. We want you to make sure that well in advance, not the last minute, but well in advance, that you and your family have talked about your family action plan. We know that you're going to need to be away from family in order to help serve the community. And again, that's one of the things that we're very proud to do, is serve our community. But we also want you and your family to be safe and have that plan. So work on that family plan, make sure that you're stocked and ready. We're also communicating our message different about preparedness this year. We want you to have a 96-hour disaster supply kit, and that can be for if part of your family elects to evacuate or they're going to ride the storm out at home, that you've got 96 hours worth of supplies, and that's the water and the batteries and the flashlights and the shelf-stable meals. If you'll go to the Collier EM or Collier Emergency Management website or ready.gov, that checklist is there ready for you to sit down with your family and work out your plan and start budgeting for the supplies that you may need as we go into the season. So individual and family preparedness is just as important for you as a county employee and working an essential operation as much as it is for the rest of the residents in Collier County. The other part of this discussion is that we have worked really hard for a number of improvements in the Emergency Operations Center and here in our new Emergency Services Logistics Warehouse. And many of you have offered support, been trained up on our supplies and equipment to help us in that logistical efforts. To put some of this in perspective, if you're new to Collier County, just to give you an example, during COVID, we moved 1.6 million pieces of protective gear through this space that is now enclosed and conditioned. We have thousands of cots and blankets, other resources here that are ready to go to an evacuation shelter that many of you will help staff, and we appreciate that effort as we try to protect the public. My other reminder to you is to stay connected. Granted, you're on the county computer every day, you're doing your thing, but make sure that you talk to your supervisor and that you are properly registered with Alert Collier, because that is a database for us to reach out to you telephonically for your disaster role and assignment. A second thing, and I just did this at my house the other day, was do another reread of your insurance policy, whether you're a renter or whether you're a homeowner. The insurance market is starting to stabilize a little bit, but hopefully it will continue to do so. But you really need to know now what is covered. If you don't have renter's insurance, it's pretty economical. It might be something to take a look at. So remember that insurance is your first line of defense. The other component is our partners. We have done so much with our partner agencies, our nonprofit partner agencies, where we now have Collier strong in a disaster response committee composed as a nonprofit corporation, by the way, working under and with the Community Foundation of Collier County to help address a lot of human service needs that the state, FEMA, or in some cases our own divisions could not do. So a special thanks to our community partners who are working to build a disaster coalition to work as one team and actually become an additional component of our EOC so that we can leverage the volunteer resources that are available to us in the community. So insurance, stay connected, stay on alert Collier, improvements in the Emergency Operations Center, improvements to our logistics center, and so much left up to you and your organization to make sure that you have reviewed your internal assignments, your disaster plan, and your basic FEMA online training. That has become more and more important because we are going nationwide, not as an option, but as a mandate to the business processes within the National Incident Management System. Those of you that are doing shelter operations, Danny Fillmore is our mass care coordinator. Danny's working with you to participate in those classes, to give you as much information as you can as you help work with Collier County schools to host individuals at our shelters. We have worked on every nook and cranny to make sure that we've got our agencies lined up, our plans lined up, our 100-page checklist of things that we need to do to help support the community, and we encourage you to do that at the individual, the family level, and certainly within your business unit or division within Collier County. So let me just wind up and say thank you, number one. Number two, I appreciate you spending a little time on your preparedness and brushing up your skills. We have numerous drills and exercises that we're bringing small groups together between now and August to work on individual components of the emergency disaster plan for Collier County. We want you to please attend those. If you're a web EOC user, please make sure that you've been in contact with Mike Shaw so you get some refresher training on that documentation system. And my very last point to share with you today is it's a much different time right now in disaster operations as opposed to last year or 2 years ago. FEMA has almost 1,000 disasters open that they're working on response and financial recovery. We are seeing so many more disaster situations, from the wildfires in Hawaii to tornadoes in the Midwest and flooding going on, and resources are scarce, quite frankly. So we have to do as much as we can, excuse me, and be as efficient as we can locally while our state and federal partners back us up. So with all those things in mind, knowing that we're all working on it, we're here as a team. If you have questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to the emergency management staff. And again, we'll keep our fingers crossed that it is a uneventful season for us, but either way, we're going to work hard to be prepared, and we can't do that without you and your teamwork, your commitment, your compassion, and your dedication. So thank you for that.